Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my podcast, No Cap, Just Raw. Guys, I'm super stoked. This is the first episode, and if you follow me on my social media platforms, I think you'll understand why this podcast is called No Cap, Just Raw. This is just who I am. I am a person of integrity. I believe in truth. I believe in speaking truth. I believe in the power of vulnerability and just being 100% yourself no matter what. And so on this first episode entitled Just Don't Care. And for today's episode, guys, I just really want to talk to you about the importance of just owning who you are, regardless of what anyone thinks. And believe it or not, a lot of people struggle with caring about how people view them, what people think of them. And I think it's just a natural phenomenon that we all go through in life. And then you just get to a point where you've lived long enough and you're like, okay, I don't care. I just don't care. And I can honestly say, like, I'm at a phase in my life, I'm at a place where I really just don't care anymore what people think. And I realized that, and what really got me to this point is realizing that no matter what I do, people can choose to either be critical or be positive about what I'm doing or how I look or how I speak, the sound of my voice, how I walk, my choices in life, my career path. Someone is always going to have something to say, and you really can't be in a place where it matters what they say. And I think the most important thing is that, yes, it's good to have people around you who can advise you and tell you, hey, I don't think you should do this. I don't think you should do that. You should do it this way. You should do it that way. But who are those people? And what they say, people like that in your life, they can matter. Their opinions can matter. Their advice can matter because you know that they truly love you for you, and that when they're advising you, they're not just telling you something to be critical or hurt your feelings, but they're genuinely telling you something that is going to make you a better person. They see you as the finished product. And those are the only people I take advice from. People who see me as the finished product. Because at the end of the day, you're not 100% what you're supposed to be. You're working towards that on a daily basis. And when God created you, He knew that your journey would definitely include figuring out who you are. And that's something we do every day. We figure out who we are. We learn new things about ourselves, and we learn to embrace these new things that we learn about ourselves. But I can honestly say that I have gone through those seasons in life where I had to figure out who I am and love who I am. And it took a lot of pain. It took a lot of tears. It took a lot of falling down and getting back up, having the strength to get up and just deciding, I'm going to keep going. And sadly, there are people who choose to end their journey sooner than it should have ended, by taking their life or by hiding away from the world. Like, it's crazy how there are so many people who choose to take on the role of a homebody because they are so concerned and afraid of people. They're afraid of public. They're afraid of being in large crowds. Like, it terrifies them. And because they're worried about how people view them, how people see them, and what people think of them. And I mean, it really is sad, that to think that there are people out there that's how they're living. They stay home, locked up in their rooms, every single day because they're afraid of the public. And I couldn't imagine living like that, but I know that it's very much possible when you're afraid and you're in that mindset. It is scary. Nobody knows how you feel, what you're dealing with. You feel inadequate. You feel like you're not enough. You feel like, oh my gosh, will people think I'm stupid? Will people think that I'm not pretty, I don't look good, or this and that? And believe it or not, there's a lot of people who are still in that place, in that mindset of caring what people think, caring how people view them. And it takes time. And there really is no secret shortcut to being in the mindset of, I don't care. This is who I am. This is my life. This is me. Like it or not, take it or leave it. It takes time to get to that place, because when you're in that place, you are truly, truly powerful, because you're in complete control of you, your thoughts, what you think, what you feel, how you move, how you speak, how you react. All of those things are important. That is absolute power. And I've said this so many times before on many of my platforms, that mastering yourself is absolute power. I used to worry about the career choices that, I love doing a lot of things, and I have been fortunate enough and blessed enough that the Lord has gifted me with so many gifts and so many talents. And I am what you would call a multi-talented, multifaceted person, just multi-gifted in so many ways, because I like doing so many things. And I find that I juggle those things really well, doing all the things that it is that I do. I do them exceedingly well because I believe I can do them. And I don't take my gifts or talents lightly. I put them to work. And I realize the more I put my gifts to work, the more God puts on my plate, the more He blesses me with, because He's like, she's not wasting what I'm giving her. She's actually putting it to work. But more importantly, I couldn't put my gifts and talents to work if I was worried about what people thought of me and how people viewed me. I just do what makes me happy. This podcast, talking to you, whoever's listening, this makes me happy because I love to see people free. I love to see people happy and just 100% themselves. And sharing these experiences that I've had and sharing these tips with you is going to help you to just be a stronger version of yourself. And that makes me so happy because I know what it feels like to be in a place where your mindset just can't level up, like no matter what. And every day I find that I've been leveling up and going to new heights because I want to get to new levels. It's also a want. You have to want it. You have to want to be in the mindset of, this is me. I know who I am. This is who I am, and I don't care what you think. I just don't care. So, guys, that's my conclusion, and I hope that when you listen to this, that it really clicks in your mind and it really brings a change, and it's something you can meditate on. And God is the ultimate reason that I am who I am. I can't fail to mention that. He is the reason that I know who I am. He's the ultimate reason. And I know that everyone has their own belief system, but that's my faith. My faith is in Christ because He's the reason that I do all things. He's the reason that I am who I am. And He's the only way to know who you truly are. He's the way, the truth, and the life. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this first episode and many more to come. Bye, guys.